All right, good morning, everyone. All right, a little late here, but let's get started. Firstly, let's go over the economic data that's coming out today. For today, Wednesday, 24th, we have the following. We have at 9:45 a.m. Eastern, Flash Manufacturing PMI, and then also Flash Services PMI. Both of these reports are very important, so we can expect high market impact when they are released, which will be 15 minutes after market open. Therefore, it may be a little difficult to find any great opportunities early, but just be aware of that. If we find anything, it has to look exceptionally good, and it has to be moving very early, within the first few minutes of the opening of the session for it to make any sense for us to pursue it. So that's just a heads up on that. Now, as far as yesterday goes, let's take a quick look at what was moving. Firstly, let's review the NASDAQ itself. So here's the QQQ ETF. You make this a little larger. There we go. So for the NASDAQ ETF yesterday, we can clearly see that the market was first it was moving lower, but for the most part, we could technically say that the market went up yesterday from where it opened, but it was trading essentially around the previous session's open to close and that current session's open, which we call the YCTO. So essentially, that's what was happening over there, and therefore, I would not say that there was any uh, um, direction of the market. So it was fairly difficult to find good opportunities yesterday. However, we did find a few, so let's take a look at those. And for 1 second, let me readjust my screen just a tad so I can keep track of your chats here. All right, so taking a look here at the stocks which are moving yesterday. First off, we had Mondelez. Now, Mondelez was a very slow mover, and we did identify it after a while of it going up, but it did reach its target number two of 74.50 a share. It topped out at 74.61, so hopefully a lot of you caught some of that. It was a very slow mover, so it was probably easy to miss after a while, but it was a steady mover. Next up, Plug Power, although this was not a stock I was focused on yesterday, we did mention it in the pre-market pulse, and it did rise fairly sharply. It was able to reach its target number two of 379 share. That was not a target I was particularly tracking, but nevertheless, just a note that it did, after making its sharp move up in the pre-market yesterday, it was able to continue to rally thereafter. One of the best opportunities early yesterday was Baidu. The stock was already up overnight before yesterday's open, and then at the opening bell, it shot up quickly. I was able to catch it just when it was moving from positive T1, target number one, to positive T2. It was a very rapid move, so very, very good opportunity there. And then lastly, we have IRBT. This was one of the stocks also mentioned in the pre-market yesterday. And after a short period of slightly negative trading, it then took off into a very powerful trend, able to reach a high of 1968 a share, which happened to be about halfway to its target number two of 2024 a share. So those were the best movers yesterday. So let's take a look at what's moving in the pre-market session today. Okay. As of right now, I see a few stocks that we can take a look at. So one of those is EVAX. And that is currently, sorry, I need to chain this. All right, let me do that again. EVAX. EVX is currently up 56% on 2.3 million shares, trading above $1 per share. So that definitely qualifies. So we will go ahead and add that to our pre-market radar as well. Again, the symbol is EVAX. All right. Next up, Next up, I see plug power again. I'm not sure if that's moved enough. No, it's only down 1.88%. We would need it to be down at least 6% to qualify if it's down, or up 6% or more to qualify if it's up. So it's done neither. So we'll keep an eye on it either way. It's on our regular watch list, so we'll see if it's doing anything. Next up is SPRC. Presently, that's up 78% on 5.3 million shares, trading at least a dollar per share in the pre-market. So that definitely qualifies for our radar. So we will go ahead and add SPRC to our pre-market radar as well. All right. Now, having said that, if you folks see any other stocks that meet our four criteria, see Daniel, you were mentioning DWAC and RVSN. So let's take a look at those. And the four criteria are: we need a stock that is NASDAQ listed, needs to be trading at least 1 million shares of pre-market volume, which DWAC is, needs to have at least a 6% price change, positive or negative, which again DWAC has, and it must be at least a dollar per share, which of course this qualifies for. So we'll go ahead and add DWAC to the pre-market radar since it meets all four of our criteria. Next up, RVSN. And that is presently up, or down, sorry, 7.97%. 1.4 million shares. It's at least a dollar, and it's NASDAQ listed, so that definitely qualifies as well. RVSN is now added. KURA, let's take a look at that one too. Oops, KURA. Yep, currently up 38%, just under 39%. 1 million shares traded so far, just over the threshold of what we need, and it's at least a dollar per share, fully qualified, so we'll go ahead and add that to the pre-market radar. Good find, KURA. All right, if you folks see any other stocks besides the five we've mentioned, so far we have EVAX, SPRC, DWAC, RVSN, and KURA. If you see any other stocks that meet our four criteria, just let me know in the chat, and I'll go ahead and add that to the pre-market radar. Satish, you would have to look at the email you received when you joined the program for Funder, if you're part of the program, I assume. And that email gives you full instructions on how to access the live broadcast that I do each day. All right. See, Oscar, you mentioned RUM, R-U-M. Currently, okay, so this has the right volume, price, listing, but the only thing it's missing is the percent change. It's down 3.38%. And it may have been down more before, but it looks like that's about as far down as it's been. So this one's a possibility later. If it goes down some more or goes up some more, it has to be up or down at least 6%. So no problem there. No problem, Satish. All right, guys, any other stocks that you find other than the five we've looked at? EVAX, let me post them in here. EVAX, SPRC, DWAC, RVSN, and KURA. If you see any other stocks besides those, let me know in the chat. We'll wrap up here in about 10 seconds, so otherwise we'll move on. No problem. So I will keep an eye on it, Oscar, either way, since it's moving. You know, maybe something will come up, but right now it's not fully primed for what we're looking for. All right, folks, we'll wrap up for today. So please be sure to like the video. So we have 15 likes, but definitely more than 15 people watching. So please make sure you smash the like button. That really helps us with the YouTube algorithm. Also be sure to subscribe to our channel. Of course, you have to have a YouTube account to do that, but you can sign up for that for free easily today. If you have a Gmail account, just connect it to your YouTube and you're good to go. And then go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Also, if anyone's watching this on a replay and you're not familiar with our company, please be sure to check out fundertrading.com. That's our website. There's a link to that in the description of this video. Other than that, for everyone else, I'll see you in the coaching room in about 25 minutes, and we'll pick up from there. Have a great trading session. See everyone tomorrow for the Pre-Market Pulse. Take care.